America. Yeah! I'm a real American. I'm going to get that on my fucking chest.
Ramon, the true American hero, has an eagle soaring in the background.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. A giant eagle behind me. Oh, dude, that is. I'm going to get like a life-size giant eagle there at the back, because behind there, that pillow there, that's where there's a light behind it flashing up. Fuck the light, get rid of that. I'll get a giant eagle that sits on there and its head is there and its wingspan go from there. That's amazing. And then I could get
that
like
would be so like out of place for like I don't know that whole setup.
No, it won't be out of place. It'll
and then I want to get
it will be the start.
The USA flag at the back. Yeah.
No, that's how it begins. The raid.
Yeah.
No, what you do is you merge the American flag with the eagle, so the eagle is the same color as the American flag. See, the body of it's like blue with white stars, and then like the wings are like red.
That
and white,
would be
red,
amazing.
Red and white. Yeah.
And then over this side, like at the back, that section there at the front on the floor, I'll get like a big power freezer of Budweiser, and it's written on it, America, fuck yeah. And then on this side, I'll have like a surfboard, like against the wall, and then I'll have Baywatch on it, and it'll have like a life-size David Hasselhoff at the side. Yeah.
Well, that would be American and also German as well. Yeah,
but he rocks, bro. It's David Hasselhoff. It's the Hoff, bruv.
Yeah.
I could get Hulk Hogan.
Now you're just mixing American things.
He's the Rock.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Are we live now?
Yeah, we've been live.
We've been live for about 2 minutes.
What, the whole eagle thing?
The whole eagle thing, yeah.
Oh, damn, that's embarrassing.
Yeah!
America!
Welcome to Film Trigger, where even our Brits are American. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Film Trigger Drive-By News. To my left, the man, the myth, the legend, the dork, the nerd, the nerd, the shirt,
the king of men.
Seth Draven. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How
you
you
look
doing?
Super white.
Oh, thanks. Hold on.
That's racist.
Is that better?
It's white
yeah,
people.
That's better.
All right,
there you
cool.
go.
You look like you've been on the beach now.
And below me, big mouth, Ramon Noodle. How you doing, buddy?
Ramon Noodle is doing good, LL Cool Cade.
That's right.
Wait a minute, so if you're like, your chest is there, so down here I could be like, down here. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit weird, Seth. That was so weird. Like
that.
That's so weird,
man.
mate.
We are a bit slap happy today. Not Ramon, but Seth and I lost an hour here in the States. And we jumped forward an hour.
I guess that's going to happen to us over the next week or so then.
Yeah.
Keep me like posted. A week in or something. Yeah.
Aaron White, good morning. Just woke up. Time change, right? Right. We were just talking about that, man.
So if you've just woke up, does that mean you're still in bed? What are you wearing?
Are you thinking about us in bed, Aaron? I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
It's a bit weird. Sorry. I'm doing it again. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's okay. We flirted with the fan, and you tickled my balls live on air, so that's good.
No, it weren't. I was like tickling like your toes, man. Why have you got to go?
Well, you missed.
Weirder. No, I was saying like here because I thought you was.
You thought it was my toes, but I'm almost 40, so things just kind of drop, you know.
Yeah, I know. I thought you was the same height as Peter Dinklage. That's what it was. I thought you were short, so I just because that's what I'm going by. What yours there? I thought your feet were about here.
All right, we are here to talk entertainment, news, and movies and stuff like that. Not tickling my balls, not flirting with Aaron White, not saying how American Ramon is. We are here to talk about news. We're going to do things a little differently today. We're going to try something out. We're obviously going to have our main just points of discussion that we're going to talk about. I think we have 3 main points of discussion that we're going to bring up. But we're going to stay focused on those topics, but also Seth will bring in what we're going to call drive-by news, so the news can live up to its name, where he kind of shoots through a whole bunch of things. We can either pause and discuss whatever he's talking about, or just let him ramble on.
Is that
what?
Is that because it's drive-by?
Yeah. Well, the whole concept of drive-by news was originally just like a short 5-minute video that I would do every week of a condensed thing, but now it's turned into like a 2-hour show. So like it's not really drive-by. So we had to tweak things to make the drive-by, prominent.
So like when it gets like massive and we've got like say like as soon as we go live and there's like 100,000 people watching, like because we'll build up to that, yeah. So could I have like a section of like drive-by hose and then just like I'll go out during the week and just get like as many different like old ladies like and just like flirt with them and stuff and like do a montage.
Oh, I thought you meant garden hose. I was really confused.
Could do that.
Yeah, drive-by hosing.
Where you can get discounts and stuff like that. That would work.
Yeah, drive-by hose. That's when you like you shoot water at people as you walk by. Just anyway.
I like that.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, you have to specify like water hose so the YouTube doesn't take the stream down.
Yeah, exactly. Since YouTube is being very sensory
difficult.
is the word I'm looking for. All right, man, I just cannot have enough coffee today. I am just not with it.
I don't like coffee.
All right.
I don't like coffee, but what's the brand of coffee that you have? What's the
Kroger
coffee?
Kroger brand, value.
Okay.
Value brand.
Do you have Nescafe over there? Is that a thing over there or not?
Nescafe?
Yeah, I don't know if that's what I mean. I don't know. That's the
sure.
main one over here. No, we were talking before, innit, about what's in your fridge, and we have different things in our fridge.
Oh yeah.
Our main coffee. I mean, we have like all the Starbucks and all that, but I mean, at home, the main sort of jarred coffee is Nescafe. It's okay, but I'm not like.
We might have it. I don't know. I just buy the store brand of coffee. I'm not a huge connoisseur. If I were to spend a lot of money on coffee, I would buy coffee that's called Pinion.
Right, okay.
And it's made in New Mexico, and it's made with coffee, obviously coffee beans, but also pine nuts. From a pine tree, and it has a very really rich and it's really good flavor, but it's also very fucking expensive.
Yeah,
so
I've never really tried any different ones. I've only really had like that and Starbucks and stuff like that. So I've not. That's a good point. I should try different ones. You're right, because that sounds good. Pine nuts and yeah, I'll have to try a few different ones.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. I kind of pegged you as a guy who likes pine nuts.
Yeah, thanks, bitch.
All right, so let's see here. Aaron, I appreciate you joining. Good morning, buddy. Thinking about us while he's in bed.
Maxwell House. Oh wow, I know that.
Roast. Okay. Do you have Maxwell and Folgers?
Yeah, Maxwell in the around the 90s when I was at school. Maxwell House was like the main one they had advertised on TV. It's still famous, but yeah, I haven't heard that name in years. But and again, I'm not a coffee person, but yeah, that's another big one over here. Then Maxwell House.
Yeah, I just figured coffee was illegal in the UK. You guys were only allowed to drink tea.
Why is that? Because we just drink tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Makes sense. I mean,
tea and cricket. That's all you guys do over there, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to be really out of order there, but it's not my channel, and I can't do that, can I? So.
Oh, and football.
Yeah, we do like football. So does the rest of the planet, except America. But then America likes World Series baseball, don't the Americans play? So yeah.
Well, no, soccer is pretty big over here.
No, so is the NFL. Like the world.
Oh, that different.
The world down NFL, but NFL it's only in America. But that's still big in America. But yeah.
Cool. All right.
It is it's a good story. That.
Yeah.
Glad we had that conversation though and spoke about coffee.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week for Drive By
News. That would be the perfect way to just end it there. People are like, what the hell was that? I'll have to tune in next week to see what they do.
Right. Yeah. Our secret is in our amazing ability to not deliver any actual movie news.
But that's amazing. Like we'll get a live stream. Like we need to get like 4 or 5 of us, get like loads of people. And it's like, right, we're here for the big stream, and we hit like maximum of 3 minutes. Right, guys, we'll see you next week. All right, see you later. Done. 3 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and read our grocery lists. Yeah.
What'd you have for breakfast? Oh, I had this. Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, very good, very good. This is Snoopy.
Don't mug me off. Don't mug me off. Don't mug me off, bitch.
Oh, look, it's Harry Potter. Nice. All right. Okay. We need to get our heads together, man.
Mine's the best one. Grogu rocks, don't you, mate? Hey? Do you remember what we were flipping watching last night? We were watching Hunger Games, weren't we, mate? Watched it, bruv, didn't we? We watched Hunger Games, us guys, yeah? We had a wicked time, didn't we, mate? Katniss. Yeah, Katniss. One with Katniss everything, yeah. No, it's good. No, I think part two is all right. You're right. Part 2 was all right.
See, everybody, this is what mental decline looks like. I just want everyone to see this.
We sat here and we watched the Hunger Games movies, and I was speaking to him halfway through, and I was like, "What's your favourite part?" And he was going for part 1 and the Mockingjay part 2. And no, I'm doing a live stream. Yes, it's live now. Yeah. He said, "What's up?"
What's up?
That's literally all he said. What's up? Yeah.
What's up, bruh?
No, he's not moving. He's not moving now.
Okay, everybody. So here we go. So we've been sitting here. A big topic of discussion on this channel is Warner Brothers, and like how we're finally like, okay, Warner Brothers, please, just get things together. It looks like they're starting to get a plan. Things are starting to fall into place. It's like, even though it's not the plan that we want, we're finally beginning to see something come together from Warner Brothers that could be a consistent thing, right?
Yep.
Well, Warner Brothers must have caught wind of that and said, fuck y'all, because as I'm sure we've all heard, Warner Brothers release dates. They have moved a shit ton of their content up a year, moved things all around, and now there's rumors of reshoots and all this stuff. Flash, The Flash is being pushed back to 2023, amongst many other movies. What the heck is going on here, gentlemen? Seth, what are your thoughts on this entire shakeup from Warner Brothers?
I want you guys to go first because I'm going to.
Seth, like, I don't know.
I'm going to dive deep into it. I know exactly what I'm going to say, but I want you guys both to go first.
Wait, yeah, we don't want to hear that then. That's good.
I want you guys to go first because I have a long thing.
That's weird. You have a long thing?
That's the whole point, though. If it's long, don't be shy. Just let it out.
Right. Yeah, you got to show the world your life.
I have a long explanation.
That's what I was talking about.
Come on now.
About? That's what I was talking about. Get it out. Just get it off your chest.
Okay, so
all right then. I'll tell you what I reckon. I reckon this merger discoveries caused a big ruckus with it all. I think they've changed the ending to the Flash movie. I don't think Ben Affleck's going to die anymore, and I think they're doing all the reshoots because until this whole merger thing's gone through, they're not sure what they're going to do. So they've gone, you know what? Let's hold all the movies. We didn't realize how well the Batman was going to do, and I'll tell you what. Was I right? Over to you, Seth.
Well, actually, I'll chime in a little bit.
I do think I want to speak now. I've got nothing to say. No, Seth, now, but now I want to talk.
Well, no. Seth made it very clear that he doesn't want to talk. So, at least not yet. He has to look at his notes first. I don't know why. I love you, kid.
The notes.
Yeah, he's got to look at his long thing. So, yes, obviously, I think this has something to do with Discovery, the merger with that. But I'm not sure if it's Warner Brothers or Discovery doing it. Now, technically, Discovery doesn't really have a place to do anything, but that doesn't mean they're not, you know? People have speculated that this is a way for them to actually, now this is, of course, in the Snyder world, everyone's speculating, they're putting the Snyderverse back into place, and that's what's going on here. They're going to reshoot everything so Henry Cavill can come in and the Snyderverse can continue. I don't know the validity of that. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but I'm also like done just thinking every move is just an attempt to bring back the Snyderverse. So I don't know. To me, it's just, okay, I'm not surprised. Thank you, Warner Brothers. I was this close to having faith in you. But no, you guys have just proved that you just hate your fans. So that's all I can say about it. They seem like they hate their fans.
I'm not surprised that it's happening because, to be quite honest, like we say, we know what Warner Brothers are like, but genuinely, I'm not. This isn't like an "I told you so" because none of us like Seth will say what he said, but none of us really like. We know what we read and find and stuff. Some of it will probably happen, some of it might not. It's what we all do and speculate. But I just think it goes to show Warner Brothers again are still so very unorganized. Because when was the Flash was out? What was the one we was excited about first? It was the Flash. What was the other one that was Warner Brothers? And we was all like, "Oh, I'm not really excited for the Flash, but that one I am excited for." I can't remember what it was. Was it the Batgirl thing because it was announced? That was it.
Well, the Batgirl hasn't been announced. Like that's one of the weird issues, the timing issues, because the Flash is supposed to be this big, shake-up movie that it introduces Michael Keaton's Batman into the DCEU, but since it's been postponed, now it comes out after Batgirl. So are they going to move Batgirl? They haven't made that announcement.
Well,
yet.
I think
they have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you say that, but do you see the monkeys running Warner Brothers? They might not even realize
that's
that.
such a compliment to them pieces of no. I wouldn't say that about Warner Brothers because they're really good and they're really professional, and I've got no hate towards them.
These are the same people that told Zack Snyder that Superman needs a spaceship so he can go back to Krypton.
I forgot about that. That was funny.
And Snyder's like, but it blew up. It's gone.
But Seth, before, because I don't want to like step on Seth's toes. Seth, are you going to bring up a certain Affleck in your talk?
Maybe.
Okay, so I'll leave it over to you then.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Sorry, Dad.
Go ahead.
I prefer Big Papa, please. Thank you. Don't call me that.
Big Papa. Big Papa Bear.
Shazam has now moved. It's one of the only ones that moved up. Shazam was supposed to come out during the summer, but now they have moved it to December of 2022. It switched with Aquaman. So now Shazam is coming out earlier.
Shazam got moved. Yeah, Shazam got moved up 6 months.
Yeah, Shazam got moved up 6 months. So now it's coming out in December of this year instead of 2023.
Right.
But I think there's some strategy here because
that's so funny. You're a legend. That's fucking great. That's one of the best things you've ever said on here. You're talking about Warner Brothers, complete absolute bags of donkey crap who run it. Yeah. And then you go, I think there's a plan here. Like,
well,
sorry,
there is a little, you can tell there's a little bit of strategy with the Shazam thing. Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about, Aaron. We will get Shazam earlier. But why are we getting Shazam earlier? Why did Shazam move up? And the key is where it's coming at, what it's competing against, and that's Avatar. So what you have here is Avatar will be coming out, I think, like 4 days after Shazam. Is that right, Seth? Something like that.
I think so, yeah.
So why would they put Shazam there? Well, Aquaman was originally in that space. Now, Aquaman is a proven thing. It made $1 billion at the box office. Shazam did not. So I think Warner Brothers is pretty much saying, well, we're going to put our weak link against Avatar, instead of putting our heavy hitter. And so I think that's why they did that. That's the only sort of strategy I can find. I can fathom in my head why they would do this. But other than that, I don't know exactly what's going on. And I'm very curious to hear Seth's take on this.
I think moving Shazam up is something that I could have predicted like a year ago, because they started filming like a year ago and they're saying, oh yeah, it comes out in the summer of 2023. It's like, what? Like that's ridiculously far away. It's like a year after you finish filming. Like, yeah. What's up with that? So it being moved up makes sense. Whether you want to talk about the Avatar 2 date, who knows what they're doing? Maybe they're sending this movie to death. Like, the sequel to the highest grossing movie of all time. Let's put it up against that. Like, I don't know what they're thinking there, but now Black Adam and Shazam 2 come out 2 months apart.
Yeah.
And those might tie in. Like, we assume they will.
Yeah. They should. And that falls into a possible strategy or an afterthought sort of strategy. Because That way Black Adam and Shazam could coincide with each other, but which is kind of smart considering say Shazam opens up against Avatar and doesn't do so well because Avatar is Avatar. But it's also a good time of the year to do that too, because it's Christmas and everyone's frivolously spending money. But so let's say Black Adam comes out and people who went and saw Avatar instead of Shazam see Black Adam and they're like, oh, well, you know what? Actually, I do need to see Shazam. And then they can just walk across the theater and go see the Shazam because it'll still be out in theaters. So I maybe they're looking at longevity when it comes to ticket sales.
Now, when it comes to The Flash, which is, of course, the main one everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
That was a 7-month delay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was a coincidence, and I'm starting to be afraid that I'm gonna have to shave my head live on air.
Why, what was your bet again?
Your bet was that if the Snyder Cut 2 or Justice League 2 is not announced by January 1st, 2023, you're gonna shave your head. I said I'll shave my head if it is.
So you're saying you think Justice League 2 might be announced?
I think, like Ramon said, this has to do with the Discovery merger. This delay. I don't know what he's doing.
Who's this? What is this?
I think he's celebrating. He can't hear us anymore. I think he's the one celebrating. He's celebrating that he doesn't have to shave his head. Don't celebrate too early.
I wasn't celebrating.
Oh, he can hear us. What are the headphones for?
Well, it's all for show, man. All for show.
It's not for show. I don't need headphones. I just put them on because you wear them.
All right.
Anyway, continue, Seth.
I think the Discovery merger is because of this, because that is expected to be finalized this month.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They delayed Flash a while. So the theories are of course going around about reshoots, possible reshoots, and Discovery maybe fixing things.
Yeah.
We don't know if The Flash is an awful movie or not, but like I've said before, that whole Ray Fisher situation is a giant stain on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So people are thinking, what if Discovery kind of, goes back, maybe talks to Ray Fisher and they're like, hey, we're willing to put you back in this movie with reshoots and stuff. And I don't know, we're just theorizing here, obviously, but so everybody in charge at DC or Warner Brothers, what is it? Walter Hamada, Toby Emmerich is his name, right? And Sarnoff? Is that all three of them?
Yep.
All of their contracts expire in 2023. So, and of course, with everything that's happened with Warner Brothers, people are just kind of assuming right now that they will not renew those contracts. Maybe they will. We don't know. But what?
They're going to renew their contracts because nobody, excuse me, nobody's been punished at Warner Brothers for anything. Nothing's happened. You don't lose your job. You don't lose your position. You just get shifted over somewhere else in a pay raise. That nothing. There's no like bad result for running a business into the ground at Warner Brothers. So yeah, they'll be well taken care of. And the way I see this whole debacle is one of two things. Either it's Discovery kind of like going under the table and changing things up quite a little bit before they should. Excuse me. Or I just wouldn't put it past Warner Brothers just to be petty and be like, well, we're going to lose our jobs anyway. So let's just kind of fuck this whole thing up. Let's just shake things around and throw it out there and good luck, Discovery. That's how I view Warner Brothers. I view Warner Brothers as mustache twirling evil people, just doing shitty things just to be shitty. I don't know. There's obviously a reason for this. Seth, you seem to think you're on board with the whole Snyderverse continuing?
Not completely. I'm not saying that I 100% think it's going to happen, but I don't know. Things are, I don't know, falling into place, I'd say, because there's a lot of people talking lately, just rumors, but a lot of people talking that Ben Affleck has maybe had a change of heart.
What? But
oh, she's so.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I got genuinely concerned for a second.
Oh, I didn't. I knew this guy was full
No,
of
I
shit.
just no, it's just something in my throat. It's just honesty, I think, coming out.
There's rumors that Ben Affleck has had a change of heart, and that in the most recent screening, at least, of The Flash, he survives the movie. So,
Wait,
I mean,
where is this coming from? I hear you saying this.
I heard this too.
Source is this? We can't just be saying things just because we heard. Oh, the guy next door, he told me this. Like, where are you getting this information from?
friend of a friend.
What the hell was that? What do you mean?
A source told us.
Oh, yeah. And our source.
Yeah, but there's no rumors yet, Seth, is there, about old Henry Cavill? Nothing as of yet, is there?
no,
Not yet.
no. Okay, no. In all seriousness, I was gonna bring up who the source was. It's not like someone talks to me or anything, but believe it or not, it's coming from Grace Randolph, so that's why I'm like saying, oh yeah, this is a rumor. Like I'm not, because she is a interesting person when it comes to rumors. She's definitely missed the mark quite a few times.
Well,
but
yeah, that's the whole fun of talking about sources and all this stuff. It's always a big question mark. All right, so you say there's a potential that Ben Affleck is having a change of heart. And that change of heart just happens to be coming along when Warner Brothers is doing a merger with Discovery. Imagine that.
Yeah,
It would be like as if someone thought this like months ago and just imagined that the Discovery would have an impact on the DC going forward and would say that it'd be restoring the Snyderverse. I don't know who would think anything as stupid like that, but it's like someone already knew that and had some inside information.
Yeah, it's like that, but I don't know anybody who predicted anything like that at all.
I want to throw a couple more things out there. Just small details that are kind of old but maybe relevant now. Remember back in like October or something, it might have even been November, I think it was Thanksgiving, Zack Snyder posted like a happy Thanksgiving post with like the Final Crisis comic book in the background.
Yeah.
I don't think that he doesn't do that for no reason. What would he gain from that? Like from doing that and it not meaning anything.
Right. So you think this is something that's been burning I don't know why I said burning. That's been sitting on the table for quite some time.
A while.
What if we're all getting punked here? What if this whole thing, like this whole
maybe we are. That's
this whole Zack Snyder debacle, this whole thing was just a freaking ploy. You know, we're all just getting punked.
Do you want me to add to my shaving head thing and add another one into it?
Do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I've got another one. I've got another one, right?
okay. All right.
If by July of 2023 it isn't announced that Batman Affleck has got his own show on HBO Max.
Oh my god!
Right? If it isn't announced by July, live on air, yeah, I will jump on the chainsaw.
What? you what? Did you say jump on a chainsaw
on live?
You're
just
losing
for a
it,
laugh.
man. You're losing it just for
no, like only like a sponge one, not a real one. Silly! I'll kill myself. Don't be silly, Stephen.
What the hell is going
this
on
is a
today?
Stupid conversation.
Seriously, is everyone on drugs? Like, what is going on with you people today?
I reckon. I reckon.
I feel like I woke up in the Twilight Zone.
Wait, no. Seriously, what I reckon is either by the end of this year, so this merger happens over the next couple of months, right?
I reckon it's expected to be finalized this month.
Yeah, so by Christmas, that's what I'm saying. By Christmas time, they're going to have a plan of. Oh, hopefully by Christmas time, we kind of know what we're doing going forward. I think those movies have been delayed because, like Seth said, there's things that they're going to be changing. But I do believe, I'm not necessarily saying, the whole thing with the Snyderverse is all going to come back, but I don't think it's dead and buried, because why would you be moving all these movies if everything was all right? You wouldn't. You just wouldn't do it. There's no reason. There's no other reason logically at the moment, because we're all excited from it. It's not like they've not got traction. It's not like everyone isn't already talking about The Flash. Like, we're not mad excited about it, but it's got a huge fan base that, especially after what do you call it, Spider-Man coming out last Christmas, that would be like perfect for this Christmas. Like it's the perfect time to do it. So for them to go, you know what? Nah, there's a lot more to it.
But you gotta consider the idea that it's dropping in the summer season now. You know, because that's like the movie season of the year. Every year is the summertime. So I don't know. I think I don't know.
And the only other reason
it is dropping in July, right? Is it
June 23rd? I think.
Oh, okay.
It could be something as simple as they've moved it because they think the movie's terrible. Like that's the only other thing I can think of, because Avatar 2 coming out, yeah, I'm excited for it, but like Seth said last week, or was it the week before, it's been what 10 15 years or whatever since the first one. I think it will do very well, Avatar, because of Cameron. But if you don't have faith in your project and your work, the Flash that everyone is talking about to come out at the same time as Avatar, and you're concerned about it, then you've got to be thinking the film ain't very good, because there's no way Spider-Man would have moved.
It's easy to do that,
but if Spider-Man No Way Home was coming out, do you really think Marvel go, well, you know what? I know we've got the biggest franchise on the planet and everyone's talking about it, but Avatar 2, you know, the sequel to the movie that came out 15 years ago, is coming out and people might like it. No, they wouldn't move it. They would go full throttle ahead with advertising. And if that's the only thing I can think of that DC, it's either the merger or they're worried about the movie.
I don't think they're worried about the movie at all. And I can see where you would get that. But as I said, I think what they're doing is it's a last minute decision that should have been made before. Like, you know, Avatar has been known to come out on the same date for how long? And Warner Brothers is just now going, maybe we should think about our approach. You know, like,
because I don't think it'll make a difference to it, man.
But the fact that they're putting Shazam there, I kind of get it. Like, again, it's not when you have Shazam and Aquaman, you know, Aquaman being the proven $1 billion moneymaker. Yeah, you want to capitalize on that. So you're going to move your big moneymaker so it's not up against Avatar 2. So Avatar 2, why is that such a big deal? Well, you don't bet against Cameron. And the guy is the creator of two of the top three great best person movies of all time. Yeah. You know, like it's you don't bet against this dude. You just don't. So what they're gonna do, since they have that space, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna take Aquaman, which is our proven $1 billion property. We're gonna put him, in the summer, which he should be anyway. And we'll put Shazam, which it's good. It has a following, it has a good crowd, but you know what? We're going to put them against Avatar because it's not our huge moneymaker. And if we do lose any business, it's not going to be too far from what we expected to make with this movie anyway. And also, again, it's at Christmas time. Everyone's going to the movies, spending money frivolously. So there is more money going around at Christmas time. I think it's smart. I think it's a smart move to put Shazam there. My problem is how long it took them to figure that out. Like, why didn't they see this before? That's the problem that I'm having is why now? Like they're sitting there promoting, like you go to the theaters, you see the Batman, you're seeing trailers that they're putting out. They've put the trailers for these things out, and now all this stuff's been shifted. Like it was like a decision that happened in a matter of a day. What the hell? Like, how is this so? How do they not see this coming? That's the part. It just shows Warner Brothers management skills rearing its ugly head again, in my opinion. Yeah. Will it pan out? Maybe. It might be the best decision, but the fact that it wasn't already made is what makes me exhausted with Warner Brothers. Another thing, like, let's see if this makes you guys think Warner Brothers is up to their old tricks here, because let me look at this. So remember, Seth, you said, I think it was last week or the week before, that the Gotham TV series that Matt Reeves was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You had a theory that it was like a code, like it wasn't really going to be that show. That was kind of the general assumption for it. Okay, well, Matt Reeves has come out and said actually there was the TV series changed from Gotham PD to Arkham after creative differences. And basically, what he says here is pretty much that. Let's see. One thing that we're not doing that I was gonna do. So there's Gotham Police Show, which that one actually was put on hold. We're not really doing that. Reeves says the original plan for Gotham PD series was to take inspiration from Sidney. How do you say that? Lumet,
Yep.
Prince of the City, and center the show on a corrupt Gotham cop. And basically, the cop was going to take inspiration from Batman and kind of change his ways. But Warner Brothers kind of came in and said, we don't really want that. We want something with a little bit more meat and potatoes added to it. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Warner Brothers coming in, doing that little, like they did with the PG-13 rating. Hey, we're not going to have you change your movie. We just have one request. PG-13 rating. Okay, just one request. That's all we're going to ask. Just have the Batman be PG-13 rating. He says, okay. Actually, we have another request. Your TV show that you really want to do, can we just change that completely? Can we change that completely?
The thing, can I throw something out there?
Please do.
We've known about the creative differences going on behind this show for like a year now. Like, it's because they have multiple writers and multiple showrunners. Those are the people conflicting. It's not Warner Brothers intervening. It's the people running the show who can't come up with a plot or other writing problems.
But why announce it? Why announce, hey, we're going to do a Gotham TV series and then change it to Arkham? Like, this is because my main point is Warner Brothers. Yes, I'm putting it under the umbrella of Warner Brothers, but they're constantly just like they did years ago when they announced the whole slate of movies that we never saw. They're constantly just saying, "Oh, that's a good idea. Put it out there now," and then it never happens because they don't sit and think about things. But they don't come to a solid decision before announcing shit. They just announce it and then they change things as they go. This is a commonality with Warner Brothers. It happens all the time.
It's kind of like they're not organized. Sorry.
I personally don't think this specific thing has anything to do with Warner Brothers like problems going on, though. That's just my take on it. I think this is completely unrelated. I think since we've known about the creative differences going on between the showrunners on this show, that I mean, this just makes sense. Like, and plus they've said they put it on hold. This show has not technically been canceled yet. Will it happen? Probably not. But it technically hasn't been canceled yet.
No, but there is a bait and switch. And Reeves says, they didn't like that idea. Who's they? If they isn't Warner Brothers, then who is they? Right here, it says Reeves said the idea was super cool, but they didn't not. It's a double negative. Didn't like the idea. Who are they? They just wanted to center a show on a character who was more. I get it. Yeah, whatever.
They probably being the other showrunners and writers, I would assume.
But this is Matt Reeves. Like, he's the dude, right? Like, he's the main guy. You don't go up to
not
James,
with this show.
You don't. What's his involvement in it then?
I think he's just writing it. Like he's writing
it
world.
All decisions should come down to him.
But they're not. It's someone else. I think other people are the showrunners. I don't think Matt Reeves is a showrunner.
Oh, no, I see a man in the shadows twirling his mustache, smoking a cigarette. That's with a fedora with a WB on it. That's what I see right now.
Well, personally, I'm more excited for an Arkham show than Gotham 2.
No, so. I agree. Right. I 100% agree with you. But Seth, you let it happen once, shame on them. Let it happen twice, shame on you. This just looks and smells exactly like what Warner Brothers has done before. And yes, again, using umbrella, whoever Warner Brothers is, that secret identity, that man sitting in the shadows, whoever that is that's making these decisions, whoever they are, it's the same thing. It's that constant repeating pattern that they have of just constantly changing things and changing them aggressively because someone had an idea. Oh, well, you know what? We want to compete with Marvel. So let's take this movie that Zack Snyder made and just make it completely fucking different. Why? Because we have an idea. We're just going to change things up. It's a consistency. When you see patterns and you see people repeating patterns, for me, it's just easy to say, well, this is Warner Brothers up to their old tricks again. Ramon, thoughts on this?
I think it's a difficult one because we've all got our views on everything, but it does seem like there's still, in layman's terms, without getting all crazy and F Warner Brothers and all that, all I can hope for is this merger, they reorganize in terms of who is a showrunner or whatever, and they have an actual plan. It's the same thing we've been saying for years.
Yeah.
And I just hope that this merger, to be honest with you, I don't really care who makes the films, what platforms they're on. I just want the content to be good. And I wouldn't be bothered if they done the Batman, 2 and 3, and if they did the Justice League, or if they do that sort of stuff, and it's all on HBO, like we said, I don't mind that because I know it will still be successful. The problem is, it's stuff like this. It's, let's just move it. It comes out, let's just move the dates, and it's like Shazam now will just bomb because of that. Like, I quite like Shazam, the first one. I don't think it's like a great movie, but I enjoyed it. To put it up against Avatar, you might as well just put it in the bin. You're just not. It's just pointless. So delay Shazam. I like the movie, so I don't understand the I know I can see why they're doing it. It's like the less popular one, but you might. Well, what's the point in bringing it out then? If you think it's going to bomb, don't put it out there. And I still believe, like I say, that there's more to this than opinions of what we all think about it. Because, like you say, I still think if any of those big movies came out to go against Avatar, I don't think it would have made a difference anyway. Because Avatar, everyone who loved those movies is my age, Steve's age. It's not going to aim at children. It's not going to get children I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But
no, I get it. It makes sense.
But children, like school kids and everything. Oh, let's go watch Shazam. Yeah. Maybe you'll get a few of them go and see Avatar, but Shazam is going to be aimed at that audience or whoever.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's really going to. I don't know if it'll impact on anything, and if it doesn't, I don't understand why they've moved changed the dates of the movies, unless there's more to it, which there obviously is. I just hope that whatever happens going forward, I hope this merger, they have a sit down and go, right, this is our Dave Filoni, or this is, it's not going to happen, but that's what I would like. I'd like them to say, this is our guy, everything underneath it goes to this guy, and he decides it, and we're going to plan the next 10 years. Cool, and everyone will be on it. I'm just concerned that, like you've just said, it's a bit of what Seth said, and it's a bit of what you said. I'm just a bit concerned as well that the movie's not even out, and they're all, let's move it. Like, there's no care.
It just sounds what you're saying sounds exactly the same, like the same thing we were saying years ago when AT&T and Warner Brothers merged.
Yeah,
we're again, it's a pattern. We're saying we're in this repeating pattern of insanity.
Let's just hope.
We've done this before. We've had, not us, but like we've all had this conversation before.
Yeah.
AT&T merged. Oh, I bet the Snyder Cut's going to come out. The Snyderverse is going to continue. Some they're going to shake things up over there at Warner Brothers. I wouldn't be against the same way Marvel done it. I weren't really into it, like the Arrow and all that sort of stuff, the TV shows and that. But to be honest with you, I like Doom Patrol. What's the other one we just watched? Peacemaker. I'd rather have a TV. It's something, if they want to link it to the movies, cool. But I'd rather have high budget TV series, and it's one thing, and then the movie series can be another thing. I'm not really that bothered if they're not all connected. I'm not really that bothered as long as we get good content. I really don't care. Like, we could have a Batman series. If it's got zero to do with anything going on the big screen, I don't care. I still watch it, and I still think millions of others will still watch it. Did you see that stat, Seth, about the how well the Snyder Cut or the Justice League did in comparison to all the other shows, the Marvel shows and all that? Did you see it?
I did not.
Right, basically, the biggest it had the top 10 biggest streaming things throughout last year. What was the main? It had a couple of it had WandaVision, Loki, something else was number one. Squid Game was number one. WandaVision was number two. Loki was number 3. Zack Snyder's Justice League was number 4. Out of the biggest streaming things that were on the planet, it got more than Falcon Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, all the other TV shows, all the other big blockbuster movies, more than King Kong, more than. So the only things that it was basically the biggest streaming movie of last year. So for them,
I thought Suicide Squad was.
no, that came like number 10
Oh,
out of this list. That's what I'm saying. The Suicide Squad come like number 10. So like, compare if you've got something in that list and it's gone. Well, you've got, what did I say? Squid Game was global phenomenon anyway. That was a huge show. WandaVision I really enjoyed. Loki I really enjoyed. To have Zack Snyder's Justice League 4th is that's to me is massive. That's absolutely gigantic. And then for Warner's to see that, that's what I mean. I think all these numbers and stats and stuff are coming out, and I think there's more to it. It doesn't. I'm not suggesting that that like Seth said, they're definitely going to do it, but it seems like a logical direction if they're merging into a new company. Again, if it becomes a HBO thing, cool. I'm not that bothered. I'm not bothered if they went, we're doing a 3-part Batman thing and the Justice League's going to be 1 part, a 2.5-hour movie, and that's it. That's all you get. And I go, right, cool. And I think the fans will be happy with that. They'll go, cool, it's done. That side of it's done. The issue still remains is what's going to happen with the movies again. Like, is The Flash coming out next July or June or whatever? We get to that and we go, no, we're going to move it to December because it's still a bit unorganized. That's the main concern, because even though I weren't excited for it, if it's coming out at Christmas, by that time, we'll all be sitting here going, we can't wait for it, because it's the time's there, and same as we were with like Venom and that. When it comes out, you're like, yeah, I've got to go and see it because it's there. I don't.
all right. Well,
but yeah, it's
okay. Well, anybody who's watching, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Warner Brothers setting all these major delays. Do you think this is a positive thing for the company? Do you think this is just more of the same shit, different bag? Also, you can leave us a comment. You can also give us a call live if you want to express your opinion vocally. You can give us a call right now at 740-527-3447. The line is open and waiting for you. So with all this shake up and everything, one thing that does seem to be consistent, which is good, is the Batman property, and the thing that they're wanting to do with that, except that they'll shake up with the Arkham show, or that was the Gotham show that is now the Arkham show, which I think is a better choice, but still gets me a little scared that Warner Brothers,
they're already doing it.
Can we change one thing? Just one thing. But one thing that hasn't changed is the Penguin is officially been tapped. It's officially going to be made. The series for the Penguin. Now we've known this, but like now it's just like set in stone.
Yeah, now it's 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Which, who knows? Warner Brothers. You know what? We really want a series about something else. We just want to change one thing. One
Penguin
thing.
and the Riddler.
Yeah, exactly. We just does he have to be called the Penguin? It's just a weird name. We don't think our studies show that the name just doesn't work. I don't know.
They've officially come out on Twitter and stuff and social media and announced that this show is happening. And I think it starts shooting in 2 or 3 months. Like,
that's good.
Like I don't know, it's coming a lot sooner than people were expecting.
Do you know how long it's going to be? Like how many episodes they
haven't said. I would assume 8.
Yeah,
but they've said it's a limited series. So, I mean, as of right now, the plan is to not go past 1 season.
So what do you think about this this whole Penguin show? Do you think it's just going to be exactly what it says it's going to be, just the rise of Penguin, and that's going to lead into like the Batman 2?
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of split in half. I think half of it will be that, and the other half will probably be him becoming Falcone's right-hand man, like more of like a prequel. While the other half, I'm guessing here. I'm guessing that half of it will be a prequel and half of it will be after the Batman, kind of like jumping back and forth.
So, like, do you think like flashbacks, or do you think they're just going to tell like some weird, just not a continuous story? I don't understand what you mean exactly.
I'm thinking more Better Call Saul type thing. That's what I'm
weird.
guessing. We have no evidence to support that at all. All we know is Penguin series. We don't know if it takes place after or before the movie. I'm just
Well, I mean,
making
they
guesses.
said it's going to be about his rise. That's
Okay,
what
so okay, yeah.
Matt
So
Reeves said. So
at
like,
least most of it.
that's
will
how
take
the
place.
Batman ended, was with spoiler alert. Sorry, but like with the potential that Penguin was going to rise above the position that he was. You know, he's gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
So I hope that's what they do. Now, a question about the Arkham series. Is that going to be a prequel? Because I know that the Gotham PD was going to be a prequel. But since that has changed.
I would assume not. They've said, like, when they were talking about that whole situation, they said we're not really doing the year one thing anymore. So
Yeah.
I would assume it does take place after the movie. But I mean, again, we don't know. We don't know.
It would be more logical, wouldn't it? It would be more logical to have that show set there to set up the next movie. That would be like,
Yeah, that's what makes sense to me. I don't like the prequel ideas. I think it's.
I think it depends. It depends on the writers. I think it's so difficult when we're sitting here discussing things because, like, this is just from my heart. I love DC. I like Marvel a lot. I think Marvel has been fantastic with the run of movies it's had. I've always been a DC fan. I'll always be a DC fan till I die. It's just so moody. It's so dark. It's so depressing, and I love it. I fit in that space of enjoyment. Now,
Yeah,
when
of course. I mean, that's what Warner Brothers brings to the table. That's different, than Disney.
yeah, but with Warner and doing stuff with DC, I can't sit here and honestly say what I'm excited for and not, because I don't know what I'm going to get. I wasn't excited for The Peacemaker, and I thought that was the best show that we've had.
Yeah.
That was better than all the Marvel shows. In my opinion, that was a better show than all the Marvel shows, because I'm still sitting here thinking about it. Eagerly was a bad boy. Like, I'm still sitting here thinking about it. The Butterflies, it was a great show. The Batman was a really good movie. I wasn't too sure if I'd like it. The Penguin's coming out. I still don't know. Is it going to be brilliant or is it going to be terrible? That's what I'm saying with Warner Brothers and how they do things. It's very difficult to sort of predict or.
Well, yeah, it's difficult to predict because we don't have consistency. This is what scares me about the whole Matt Reeves thing. Oh, well, I was going to do a Gotham series, but now it's turning into this.
Yeah, I'm always like that with it. Like, are we going to get, like, if you said to me now, right, the next 5-10 years, it's definitely going to be in the vein of like the Batman, the Arkham show. It's sticking to this formula. This is the vibe we're going with for the next 10 years. It's going to explore that. Bang! Yeah. I'm all in, mate. I'm all in. But I don't know. Like, the Penguin show might come out and be a comedy. I don't know. Like,
we just want it to be a little bit more lighthearted, for family-friendly stuff.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't think that's the way it's going to go. But again, it just shows the pattern that we've seen before when a creator has control of their content, where they want to go. Matt Reeves being that main dude, he's like, well, this is part of my vision, so we're gonna do this TV series. I want to do a prequel Gotham series. I want to do a Penguin, Rising series, and then Warner Brothers.
Hey, just to say one thing,
let's do Arkham. It's a little bit more interesting. It's just whatever. But now this leaves Seth. I'm really curious to see your thoughts on this. Where does this leave Batgirl? We discussed that the Flash is moving and the Flash is going to introduce Michael Keaton. But now Michael Keaton is going to be in Batgirl, which technically, as of now, because there has not been an announcement, that TV series is going to come out before the Flash. Do you think they're going to make that announcement or what?
Yeah, no, they'll delay the movie.
Or the series, you mean? Yeah. Oh no, the movie.
No, it is a movie,
but it's on HBO Max. It's not in the theaters.
Yeah, no, they'll delay the movie. We know already, of course.
Why wouldn't they announce that yet?
Because they've announced their theatrical slate. This is their theatrical slate. Batgirl's not a theatrical movie.
Yeah,
they'll delay this on its own eventually. When? Who knows? But it'll probably come out. I'm just going to guess summertime next year, probably right after the Flash. Maybe July, August date, because I mean this year they were supposed to come out a month apart. So,
man, it's crazy what this pandemic has done with movies. It's almost like gas prices, and I'm not trying to get political or anything, but like, I remember growing up, like if gas went up 5 cents, it was a huge ordeal. Now it jumps up 30, 40 cents every day. You know, it 1 month ago, gas was like, you know, $2. Now it's almost $4.50 here in the States. It's ridiculous. But now movies are doing the same thing. Now that the pandemic has said, well, you know, we can delay things a little bit. You know, well, we're going to delay these movies because of the pandemic. Now that the pandemic is pretty much over, Warner Brothers is like, no, we just delay whatever we want, whenever we want. You know, that movie, delay it. Why? Fuck y'all. That's why. You know, like,
you know what, as well, right? This is what I wanted to say just now. Looking at everything that you got there. If say we had complete confidence in everything, right? The Arkham show, I think it was Seth that said it. For me as well, if I had confidence in what they were doing, could and should be one of the best things they've ever made, because the potential of what you can do with that is so big, and it's whether they do that. But when you're even looking at it now, even though it is a complete mess, it's a complete mess. It's not very organized. Even with what they've got, let's say, right, everything goes according to plan. We've got Batman trilogy, that's all going to the theatre. Matt Reeves is doing that. That's over there, it's happening. Cool. We've got the Arkham show that's going to come out. That's going to do its own thing and lead to the Batman 2. Cool. The Penguin comes out. That's also going to lead to the Batman 2. Let that do its thing. Great. Cool. The merger happens. Affleck, we want you to do a Batman series, but it's just going to be you, and it's going to be a little small thing for 3 episodes. Cool. It's only going to be on a HBO Max. That's it. Right. Done. Zack Snyder, we want you to do the second movie and get everything in it. It's not going to be 3 movies, or if it is, you know, whatever they do, we're going to do a final movie just so you can tie it all up. We'll have a finale and everything's done. Cool. That can run for the next couple of years. Everyone's happy. Like everything is done there. It's all there to be done. It's not. That's what I mean. That's what I get upset about, because we see it as fans. It's not difficult to please people in terms of getting everyone happy. It's just like they just, like you said, they're just
there's just no plan.
There's no. Yeah, like as I say, us and millions of other YouTubers who sit here talking about it probably come up with better ideas. Like, you've done that thing. You've done these guys. Yeah, they showed me a thing that they done, a homemade thing the other day. Yeah, the Darkest Night. Was it the Darkest Night?
Oh yeah.
Bro, it was amazing. It's just these dudes messing around. Yeah, like they just do it, messing around, sitting at home, making up their own thing. What I'm saying is, fans can make things and give more an emotional impact and a feeling to something than a lot of these studios, and it's frustrating because Marvel overall, like, I don't think all of their newer products are brilliant, but you can't really say Marvel overall hasn't been spectacular since maybe Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. Like, that whole slate of Marvel movies is cinematic history. It's like going to stand the test of time forever. They've done something special. It annoys me because DC, it's there. It's right there. Like,
well, you guys, and not only is it right there, but like they're just stick with something. Like, just stick with something linear. It just
You've got, you know, the Peacemaker.
So now we have a great the Batman movie that came out, which is awesome. Everybody loves it. It's a hit. But now we have that on top of, you know, all this other stuff that's going on with DC, you know, the Flash and all that stuff, which has already had a big question mark of where it's going to do to the DCEU and shaking things up. We're like, okay, well, they're going to completely destroy the Snyderverse. Now there's a delay. Ben Affleck having a change of heart. It's like, what the fuck? You know, that's for lack of a better term, the inmates are running the asylum here. You know, like, what's going to happen? You know, Ezra Miller is going to be like, well, you know what? I have a different way I want to do the Flash. Can we just reshoot some of the stuff? Because I want to do it a little differently. Like, no, there needs to be a certain plan, and you need to stick to the plan. It's to stick to the plan. You know, just because somebody has a different idea doesn't mean we got to shake everything up now. I don't know what's happening. I hope it works out for the best. I hope it makes sense to the DCEU. I hope it doesn't completely cut out the Snyderverse, and I hope it continues the Snyderverse. But just give us something. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting on Warner Brothers. This feeling that I'm feeling right now has been a feeling that I've had since 2017. It's the same fucking feeling where I don't know what's happening. I still don't know what's happening. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I think, as I say, with Marvel and DC, I wasn't mad on Man of Steel when it came out, and then I grew to love it and became obsessed with it. Then I was like, right, I'm full in on this whole thing that they're doing. And no matter what happens, I'm grateful as a fan just to say that we've got things like Batman versus Superman, the Ultimate Edition, because like there's just certain movies like Infinity War, in terms of like the superhero movies and stuff. There's certain movies, Captain America, Winter Soldier. There's certain ones that will stand in my top sort of 10 great movies that I genuinely love. Infinity War is one of them. Batman and Superman is one. Yeah, and I think the Justice League, Snyder's Justice League is one. And I'm glad that we've been lucky enough in our life to get those movies.
Yeah.
But again, as a fan, it just comes down to those frustrating things. I know studios have their differences and opinions of what they want to do, but as fans, like as I say, I'd be quite happy, man, if Batman's in the Flash for flipping 3 minutes and they go, "Oh look, there's a big dome thing," and he gets sucked into it and disappears. I'd be like, "Oh well, I know that we're getting a Batman series with him." I don't even care how it happens, mate.
They pull Loki on Batman.
Yeah, I just don't care. That's what I'm saying as a fan, and I think the majority of fans, we just don't care. We just want what we want to watch. I don't know why they make it so difficult.
We want payoff.
I don't know why they make it so.
We want payoff for our emotional investment into your films.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
Yeah.
All right. So like we've spent almost an hour on this topic.
Yeah, sorry.
But basically Warner Brothers shaking things up. It's, to me, same old, and I'm not sure if the payoff is going to be worth it. Hopefully it is. Seth is hopeful and also a little bit concerned that they might announce the Snyder Cut, or not Snyder Cut, but Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, because if they do, he has to shave his head. Only if they announce it before January 1st, 2023. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so excited that either way this goes, one of y'all shave your head.
One of us is gonna be screwed.
I'm so happy.
We've got to get Seth. We've got to get him in on something. Like we can't like just us two. We've got to get him in on something.
Well, I'm not one who's eager to jump up and say, "Hey, I'll shave my head if this isn't announced."
No,
that's
but
that's on you guys. Don't try to get it on me because I'm not the one jumping up.
No, we all make assumptions and bets about movies. We all sit here and go, "Oh, this is definitely going to happen. I know this is going to happen." Of course, the next time you do it, that's going to be the one where we go, right, if it doesn't happen, the hair's coming off.
Well,
I'm saving it.
I don't mind about shaving my head. Shaving my beard to be another thing.
The whole lot.
All right. So Warner Brothers, same old.
Yeah.
Thanks. So not Warner Brothers, people that seem to have a plan, even though they do have a plan, there has been kind of a Warner Brother-esque, back and forth delay with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, was supposed to start filming, then it didn't, is shelved. A news source discussing films blew out of the water and said that there was problems behind production, and they were right. Sorry, Seth. With that being said, Obi-Wan teaser has come out. Have you guys watched the trailer?
Of course
not. Of course I've watched it. Yeah, I've watched the trailer.
I have not. No, I'm joking. Okay, you guys are more excited about this than I am, even though I am excited for the Obi-Wan, just because I think it's really gonna just connect things with the original Star Wars movies, and I love that because I love the original movies.
Yep.
What is your initial first thoughts about the trailer? Seth, we'll start with you.
Looks good.
Wow! Oh my God! You heard it here, folks. The powerful words of Seth Draven. Man, thank you so much for your critique on the trailer and your breakdown. It was awesome.
Okay, no, seriously though, it's good to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan. Of course, this is something that Star Wars fans have wanted probably ever since Revenge of the Sith came out. People have always wanted an Obi-Wan standalone project. We assumed it would be a movie, but series works too.
We also didn't know about streaming at the time too.
Right.
So
but part of me is just concerned knowing how Disney works, knowing what Disney likes to do. They like to get more fan reactions out of things than they do actually serving a really good emotional story.
Is is it that thought and result of the Boba Fett series?
No.
No, because
This has been a concern ever since it was confirmed that Darth Vader was going to be in this show. To me, because
you think it's going to break the continuity.
not that I'll tell you what it is I'm worried that in the later episodes of the show, probably when Darth Vader is going to be more prominent, I'm worried that they're going to focus more on Darth Vader being cool than they are like telling this emotional Obi-Wan story that we've wanted for a decade.
It's possible. It's possible, but that's not wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that in my eyes. That's Darth Vader is cool, and we have been wanting to see that story. You know, Darth Vader being the most menacing, being in space, like he has yet to actually prove that. Like they just jumped time where he was like the biggest threat in the galaxy. And speaking of the movies, like we heard about all these great things that he did, but we never really saw most of it cinematically. So then I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Then make a Darth Vader show.
Maybe it's leading into the Darth Vader show.
I'll say this, and I know you disagree with me because I've said it before, and you did disagree last time. Darth Vader does not need to be in this show. He serves no, like, obviously we don't know the story yet, but like in my mind, this story can easily be done without Darth Vader being a part of it.
But why? Why would you want to shelve Darth Vader again? To me, he has kids that are out there. People are going to be searching for these kids. I mean, people know about them, right? It's not like a huge secret, is it?
No, it is. Yeah, that's the whole point. Is that it's a secret.
Well, yeah, but there's going to be a leak somewhere. That's otherwise the show is completely pointless. I mean, this isn't
the internet. The Star Wars does not have a universal like internet. Obi-Wan, I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan and the adoptive parents of Luke and Leia respectively are the only people in the galaxy that know about this, about them being Darth Vader's kids. And even then, we don't even know if Uncle Owen and the other person who adopted Leia, we don't even know if they know their connection to Vader. So it might just be Obi-Wan,
or the fact that Vader is Anakin.
Yeah, it might only be Obi-Wan that knows this, but and that's going to be a big part of the show, as we've already seen. Luke is in the trailer, so
I have a question. What people say that this could break continuity with the films because Darth Vader and Obi-Wan apparently haven't seen each other since a certain time. I don't know the exact movie quote. When is that exact timestamp? Who says
that's in it's in A New Hope.
It's when they're facing off in A New Hope.
Okay, so what was the words? What did he say? To
we meet is it we meet again?
They say things. They say something like, "When you left me," which implies, like you left me on Mustafar. So
that's what I mean. That implies. It doesn't necessarily mean everyone's so concerned.
You're right on that
continuity.
You're right on that. It does not break continuity. What I can tell you would break continuity, and this is for Ramon because I watched your trailer reaction. Darth Maul being in this show would break continuity completely.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Because I watched your trailer reaction, and when you watched it, you were like, "Oh yeah, Darth Maul will be in this show."
He will. Watch.
I'm telling you, the only way Darth Maul is in this show is if Obi-Wan never sees Darth Maul, and if Darth Maul never sees Obi-Wan. And at that point, what's the point of having Darth Maul in the show?
Well, again,
that would break continuity. Like that one would actually break continuity.
See, I hear you, son. I hear you, and I understand what you're saying. You think they're going to hijack the Obi-Wan series to make it a undercut Darth Vader series. I just think they're going to use it as an introduction to make a Darth Vader series or a Darth Vader movie to tell an Obi-Wan story, but also to spin off into its own movie, which I want to see that movie. I want to see a Darth Vader led movie.
Okay, well then Obi-Wan better show up and steal the spotlight in the Darth Vader movie then.
No one's saying that Darth Vader's going to steal the spotlight. It's okay to introduce characters. You can't just be like, oh, well, no, we can't have Darth Vader. He's going to steal the show. No, he's part of the fucking culture. That's what it is. It's like,
see, I told you disagree with me, but like I stand by exactly what I said. There is Darth Vader. This story could easily be done without the inclusion of Darth Vader.
I agree with that. I'm in two minds. I think the only way I would like Darth Vader to be seen is I would like him to be, if he's going to be in it, I'd like it to be the final episode, kind of like it was at the end of Mando season 2. Like there was this big thing where you're like, oh my, like an epic moment to just leave you wanting more, like to tease you for wanting more.
That would be cool. Have like a moment. I guess my main concern is that they're just going to shift focus completely. I guess that's my big concern.
Rogue One.
Wait, before you get to Rogue One, the reason I want to see this is I want to basically see in the show, I want to see the Inquisitors who come down, and I want to see them chasing and slaughtering all the Jedi. I want it to be like an action-packed Jedi versus the Inquisitors. Now, Vader's not needed for that. It could be the case where something happens at the end of the season and you go, oh, damn, and then Vader turns up because it's not going according to plan and whatever, and there's a big epic standoff and it ends and you're left with, oh, crap, what's going to happen next? Something like that I'd be happy with. Vader being in it from the beginning straight away kind of takes away from it being an Obi-Wan, kind of like Boba Fett. Boba Fett was terrible because it had terrible writing. You put in Mando took over. That was Mando's show. I even said it on that trailer reaction, I think, or another thing. I was like, oh, just like in the last season of Boba Fett, because it was, and that's the fear. I can understand what Seth is saying, because Vader's such a big and important character. When he comes into something, it's hard not to make it about him because he's such an important character within the franchise. So,
if you use him correctly. That's why I was going to say Rogue One. You know, they used him appropriately.
Like a little bit at the beginning. Like if there's like episode 3, and then there's like a bit in the ship, and there's like the Inquisitors and him, and there's a meeting or whatever there is, and there's something that happens, and I go, cool. And then in the final episode, it's like a face-off between Obi-Wan and him. Whatever they do, I'd rather it just be like the finale thing, like the thing at the end to make everyone like that buzz feeling, like, oh my god, this is so epic. I don't want it to just be like episode 2, it's Obi-Wan versus Vader, and it's like, well. It kind of loses that magic.
What else is the show going to be about?
Inquisitors. The Inquisitors are absolute crazy psychopathic killers who kill Jedi. Like they are amazing, and they've got lightsabers and all of that. You've got tons of story to
right,
do.
But Obi-Wan is still when it boils down to it. You know, let's say the whole Luke story is probably just going to be, you know, in the background of this whole thing, since it's a huge secret and the only people that know about it.
Right.
But Obi-Wan is still like on the run from Darth Vader. He destroyed that dude. And Darth Vader is now a very powerful, you know, Anakin is now a powerful reincarnation into Darth Vader. So Darth Vader himself will be chasing Obi-Wan. Maybe this is where it's going to go and what it's going to play into. This is going to be more of Darth Vader trying to find Obi-Wan, you know, that sort of thing, because he's being hunted, right? What are you smiling about?
No, I do.
There's something else that when Ramon's done, I want to throw out there that'll that you'll disagree with even more than what I said last time.
Oh, go on, because this will be funny.
Go ahead. The stage is yours.
Qui-Gon Jinn is more necessary to this show than Darth Vader.
Yep.
But Qui-Gon Jinn's not even in the show. But he's
I'm
insanely more necessary.
Devastated.
What makes you say that?
Because he's the master of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, and in the Clone Wars, the series, it is a very, very common thing for Obi-Wan to talk to Qui-Gon in, like, you know, the Ghost Force.
Yeah. So is Liam Neeson coming back?
No, he's not. That's the problem.
He's not. Do you know what's
Darth Vader is?
Do you know what's really pathetic? When people look up the cast, that's who I was looking up, man. No jokes. That's the one I was looking up. Even if he's in like maximum 10 minutes spread out and it's just a master, you know.
Do you think they're going to do a silent thing? You know, like, you know, Qui-Gon, what should I do?
No, they're getting back.
You know, like, it would be so stupid. Okay, that would actually be kind of cool. But like, I would much rather just see him. One scene with Qui-Gon would be more necessary, more emotional, and have a bigger
Oh.
impact than the entirety of Darth Vader's appearance.
Okay, what are the chances that he is going to appear in the show and they're keeping it under wraps? Like it's going to be the big secret reveal.
I mean, I'd say there's a 50-50 chance. Like
Yeah.
Liam Neeson has voiced multiple times. He's willing to come back to this. Like he said if they ask him, he will do it. So I could definitely see it happening, but the fact that I don't know is kind of concerning to me. I don't know. I will find any reason to be concerned about this show, only because I've wanted it for so long that if it doesn't live up to my expectations, which are higher than they should be, I'm going to be disappointed. And
how many episodes is this?
6.
Six episodes.
Wow, 6 episodes. About what? About an hour each.
We're hoping.
Yeah, I mean,
like Disney, they're going to drop 28-minute episodes.
They're not going to do that with this cast. I do believe that it's going to be a 50-50 show. It's going to be 50-50 focused on Obi-Wan, the other 50 focused on Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and the build of this. And to me, it's the only way. I know what Ramon's saying. There's a whole bunch of story to be told. What's the name of those people again?
Inquisitors, dude, they're amazing.
Yeah, I know nothing about Inquisitors.
Bro,
I
just
didn't
imagine
hear that word until today.
Imagine 10 Darth Mauls, and 10 Darth Mauls are chasing down all of the flipping Jedi, slaughtering them. Like
by 10 Darth Mauls, he means double-bladed lightsabers, not looking anything
bro.
like Darth Maul.
Yeah, but
So
but that's
do you
how
think-
I'm just trying to. That's what I'm saying. You've got enough villains to make it flipping exciting. That's what I mean.
There's like 10 Inquisitors.
Okay,
you don't
but
need Darth Vader.
so if they all have the double swords, isn't that why the music would play? Maybe the music is.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I know. I just heard Jewel of the Fates
And it's-
music, and I was
It's
just like,
such iconic music.
yeah.
I got chills because I watched the trailer and I was just like, oh my god, like that is weird to hear again. Like it's it's been a long time. But
So maybe
no,
the Duel
Darth-
of the Fates playing is more of a homage to the double-sided
Maybe.
lightsaber,
it's
gang,
it's an homage to
also known
Obi-Wan.
as the Inquisitors.
It's an homage to Obi-Wan because people aren't pointing this out, but the trailer plays 2 themes. It plays Duel of the Fates, and I think it plays. I think it's called Battle of the Heroes. I think is what it's called. That's the music that plays when Obi-Wan and Anakin fight at the end of Revenge of the Sith. It plays those 2 themes throughout the trailer. So it's both of those are just a big one huge homage to Obi-Wan's legacy.
Yeah.
It's not hinting at Darth Maul. Darth Maul's not going to be in this show. I promise you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, so the Inquisitors is going to be the Darth Maul theme, is what we're guessing here.
The only reason I said that is that's why I was trying to explain it. When you said, "Oh, I don't know what the Inquisitors are," I was just using that as an example to sort of say you don't really, Vader's cool and that, but you don't need him because you've got a bunch of animals that are really brutal. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Unlike Seth, I am a bit concerned after watching Boba Fett because I thought that was shockingly bad until Mandalorian turned up and what they did and had the Mandalorian episodes, and they were fantastic. The writing, everything about them were brilliant. So I'm just unsure what we're going to get here. I hope who's writing this, Seth? Do you know who's doing the?
I don't know who's. I can look up who's writing it, but I know the director is Deborah Chow, and she did some of the best episodes of The Mandalorian.
Oh, of course, yeah,
and
I remember now.
The whole series.
Oh, that's cool then. No, I'm alright with that. That's cool. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to IMDb though. I want to see who's writing this show because I'm curious.
Because it makes it. I think all of that does make a difference. If Deborah Chow's doing it, she done. I remember now. She did 2 episodes, I think. I think it might have been the end of season 1, the one with the bar. I think
she did episode 3 of season 1. I know she's done more than that, but that's just the one that stuck with me because episode 3 of Mandalorian is when I realized like, wow, this is actually like a great show.
Yeah, that's cool. Like with someone like that, well, they know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm cool with that. That gives me a bit more confidence, to be honest.
Well, I don't think there's any problem with having Darth Vader even for a little bit steal the spotlight in the Obi-Wan series. To me, it's peanut butter and jelly. You can't have one without the other.
Yes, you can. I had jelly yesterday.
Okay, the writer of Obi-Wan. He's written 3 other things throughout his entire career. He wrote a movie called Awake in 2007.
Why do I know that? Who's in that? I know that.
have no idea. I'll
What,
check
what
in a
else did he
second.
write?
He wrote King Arthur, Guy Ritchie's King Arthur,
That was a not good a movie.
and he wrote Army of the Dead.
This is what defeat looks like, everybody.
Now that's taking it back to being concerned because Army of the Dead's writing was so bad. Oh dear, oh dear. That's literally put it on a 50-50. This could be great or it could be shit. It could be
And
one.
I'll tell you something else that's probably, or at least in my mind, definitely going to happen in this show. When Obi-Wan and Vader fight again, because it's confirmed that that's happening. When Obi-Wan and Vader fight again, Vader is going to win.
Oh, of
that
course.
fight.
Of course.
There's no world where
Yeah.
Vader doesn't win that
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
This show is going to end with Obi-Wan like even worse off than he
No,
was.
I disagree. I think it's going to be a draw, just for balance sake.
Okay,
Because
you're right. That makes more sense.
Obi-Wan beats him in the first fight. Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan in Star Wars. This has to be a draw. It has to be a draw in order to.
Yeah,
balance
you're
it
probably right.
out.
That makes a lot more sense. It'll be a draw.
All right. So Obi-Wan trailer breakdown. I think we're all on the same page here in the fact that Darth Maul is probably not going to show up. The Duel of the
Yes.
Fates, whatever music is probably
Yes.
for the Darth Maul gang. I forget what the Inquisitors or whatever.
They're not the Darth Maul gang.
That's what
not-
they are here. That's what they are to me. They're
Not
the
even.
Darth
They're
Maul gang.
nothing even like Darth Maul. They have a double-bladed
Don't
lightsaber. and
confuse
even
him.
then, it
You
looks
guys
completely different.
literally just said, well, they're like a whole bunch of like 10 Darth Mauls running
No,
around.
no,
I
He
said that
said
to make.
that.
I said that
He
to make
said
it
that.
easier for
I
you,
didn't say that.
so that you
Ramon
could,
said
you know,
that, and then
so
I
that you'd
clarified.
understand.
I said they're nothing like Darth Maul. They have double-bladed lightsabers, but even then, they're different double-bladed lightsabers. They can like spin. They're weird.
Okay. Well, with all this being said, there's also been a first look at Darth Vader
Woohoo!
looking like Darth Vader.
Yeah, woohoo!
Is this even news?
Is it
Look.
James? I just want to know if it's James Earl Jones. That's all I want to know.
Does Hayden Christensen even need to be in this movie?
No,
If he's not voicing
Yeah,
it,
I would.
and he's in the
he's obviously
costume.
people. They've given it away already. They would not have brought back Hayden Christensen if they're not going to do Clone Wars flashbacks.
Right.
Either that, or you're going to see Darth Vader without his helmet, which I'm pretty sure this right
Yeah.
here is where he meditates. I think it's called his meditation chamber.
Yep.
I think that's what this is.
Is that big egg thing you see in Star Wars?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Is it? No, it's not. He has it in. It's where he takes off his helmet and stuff. That's probably.
Yeah.
I think that's where this is.
Yeah, they show
So-
that in Star Wars. Okay.
Okay, yeah. That's. So yeah,
Cool.
I
Well,
think we'll
there's
get
Darth
Clone Wars
Vader. He looks
flashbacks.
the same. What color lights are we going for? Green? Okay.
Yeah, that's green.
Wasn't it blue and something?
No.
I think it was blue in I can't remember if it was the original trilogy or Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
they
one
were
of
blue.
them that changed the colors for some reason. So there you go. There's your first look. Obi-Wan trailer breakdown. All right, Seth, are you ready to? Before we get into our last point of discussion here, are you ready to jump into some drive-by news?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to go over all the drive-by news?
Well, everything I sent you, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you
but
wanted me to do like.
zoom,
I di-
just zoom
okay.
through it really quick, and then we will we'll pick apart if anything we want to, or just kind of just gloss it over. So the stage is yours.
Okay, so a God of War series is in development at Amazon Prime. So, Ramon, of course, you've played God of War, right? You've told me you
Love.
played God of War. We have no idea which game this will be based on. We don't know if it's the newer one where he's older and aged, or if it's going to be like in his prime. But no clue. I think as of now, it's eyeing a 2025 release date, so it's still quite a ways away. But Amazon Prime. They put out some high quality content. You know, I know you've probably watched The Boys, right? So
Yep.
they put out some good content. So that's that. Next one, Sean,
Whoa. Let me just say something on that.
all right,
I didn't know that was happening. I'm mad excited for that. Kratos is one of my flipping heroes as a kid. I only got a PlayStation for the God of War games. Kratos is the absolute nuts. It'll pop. I'm hoping if I could pick anything in it, I would just want it to introduce all the characters like Ares and all of those to just go up against him, because that could be epic if they do it right. But
yeah,
sorry, yeah,
I
that
mean,
would be.
we'll see what they do, and it's Amazon, so it's gonna be bloody. You know, it's.
Oh
gonna be
mate,
really...
yeah, Kratos.
Oh, they're
is
gonna
a
go.
legend.
They're gonna go off on the gore.
I don't mind shaving my head. Then I can just grow a big beard. I just have to start going gym and get a big tattoo across my face.
I don't play video games, so I know nothing about God.
I've never played God of War.
I know what he looks like.
I
It's
have God
amazing.
of War, but I've never
Powder
played it.
white dude with a red
It's
swirl on him.
basically like the Titans kind of stuff. So if you like Clash of the Titans, it's basically the Greek gods and all of that sort of stuff. Oh,
I
Steve's
get so confused with the Greek god
I
stuff.
like Sex in the City. Fuck off. Go on.
All right. Well, thank you, Ramon.
Sorry.
Seth, continue.
Deadpool 3 news. I don't know if you guys saw the Deadpool 3 news, but Sean Levy is how you pronounce the name. I always thought it was Sean Levy. It's Sean Levy is set to direct Deadpool 3. Now, Sean Levy has directed The Adam Project and Free Guy. He's also directed the Night at the Museum trilogy, and my personal favorite movie of his is Real Steel. Which
yeah.
I
was
love that movie. Real
starring
Steel's
Hugh
good.
Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite of his.
Ramon, real quick, what did you not like?
The Adam Project
Yeah.
was disappointing for me. I think if you've got kids, you'll like it. If you like Free Guy, you'll love it. It's just, I just found it, to be honest, I was just disappointed because it's not anything that I've not seen a million times before. It was
Right.
okay, but it was Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, and it was just all right. I think again, if you've got like a group of kids, do you know what I'm saying? And they're, oh, let's watch a movie or whatever, they'll love it. But I was just a bit disappointed in it.
What do you guys think about him being the director of Deadpool 3? Then do you think this is a good fit?
I'm concerned about that.
I think I could have seen this coming a mile away. As soon as Free Guy came out, I told some other people, I was like, I bet this guy's gonna do Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
He's totally doing Deadpool 3. And
Why isn't the guy who did Deadpool 2? Why isn't he returning?
we don't know yet. So I mean, this now is a trilogy that has a different director for each movie.
Yeah.
Because Tim Miller did the first one, David Leitch did the second one, and now Sean Levy is doing Deadpool 3.
Interesting.
I'm more curious just about this movie and what they're going to do with it, you know, because now they have that MCU, like they're calling it the MCU sandbox. So I mean, they can do a lot of stuff with this now.
Sandbox?
Yeah, they can like play around in the MCU sandbox, meaning like
I see what you mean.
They are
Okay,
part
got it.
of the MCU now. So, and it was also announced, it was more under the radar for some reason, but the original writers of Deadpool 1 and 2 are coming back.
Oh, good.
Which
That
is
makes
only,
a big difference.
that
Yeah,
only that
does.
was only shocking because they hired different writers about a year ago. Yeah, I think it was the main writers on Bob's Burgers were hired to do Deadpool 3. But now it's been announced that I think Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick are their names. They're coming back to do Deadpool
That's kind
3.
of a flip then on the Obi-Wan thing, where the director and the writers, and it was 50-50. This is kind of the same thing again. Because Sean Levy, I'm going to admit it, this is really cheesy. Night at a Museum, I've seen them movies so many times. They're absolutely silly. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. I just watch them and I really like them films. They're just cheesy, silly movies. But the Free Guy and the other one I just watched, they're just movies. So I'm a bit like that. But with having those writers, the writers make a massive difference. So fingers crossed.
That, and we know how much of a role that Ryan Reynolds plays in the writing.
Right.
So
yeah. All right. All right. So Deadpool 3 has its director.
Yep.
All right. So moving on.
Next is Michael Giacchino, who is known for composing, you know, a bunch of movies. He's a composer. He did Spider-Man. He just did the Batman. He's directing a Halloween special for Disney Plus this year. It's a Marvel.
It's a Marvel.
It's a Marvel thing. It's believed to be Werewolf by Night, which I don't expect everybody to get up out of their seat over that, but Werewolf by Night.
What is Werewolf by Night? Explain that.
I personally don't know much about Werewolf by Night. What I do know is that Moon Knight debuted in a Werewolf by Night comic book. So he has that tie, and Werewolf by Night also has other ties to characters like Blade. So,
Okay.
you know, especially with Blade's tease in Eternals, people are maybe expecting Blade to show up in this.
Okay, so
Now-
it's more like
Okay.
like a mythological creature, sort of thing. Okay.
It's a literal werewolf.
Hence why it's a Halloween special. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it is. It's just a Halloween special. It'll probably be no longer than an hour long, and it's not like a TV series either. It's just
Right.
it's
Just
a
a one and
short
done.
film, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, one and done. Now, what is his credentials? Why is he stepping away from the composer section and moving over to directing? What
he's
caused
not.
this?
He's not stepping away from the composer section. He's just adding he just wants to dip his toes in directing something, and I think doing a short film is the perfect way to kind of get into that. He'll find out, maybe I don't like directing, and then he'll just go back to composing. Maybe he'll find out, actually, I love directing, and then he'll probably get to do more.
Is he going to compose the show? Is he going to do that as well, or just direct?
I don't think we know. I would assume, though, that he's also going to compose it.
Would that be intimidating to a composer? Like if another composer steps up into a director role and then they hire a different composer, you think it's intimidating?
It probably is. I don't know.
But anyway, that's an interesting turn of events. I don't know what happened behind the scenes to make him get this position, but I think it's a curious move. And Disney Plus and Marvel, they seem to be pretty wise and pre-planning these things, so I'm sure it's going to work out.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
There's only two more things, but the next thing is that so back in early 2020, it was like right before the pandemic hit, there was a movie that released called The Gentleman, which was directed by Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
A lot of people who saw that, and it wasn't many people, but everybody who did see that movie was like, this is a really good movie. Like, it's probably Guy Ritchie's best movie in a long time.
Yeah, it is.
It was confirmed the other day that they're doing a Gentleman TV show on Netflix, and Guy Ritchie wrote the show, and he is set to direct the 2 first episodes at least. So, I mean, we don't really know much beyond that, but I know that everybody who did see that movie really liked it. So
it's very, very good. Very
I've
good.
never seen it. I know nothing about it.
Have you seen any Guy Ritchie movies?
I've seen Guy Ritchie movies, yeah, but I haven't seen
Aladdin.
Gentleman. Yeah,
No.
Well, that wasn't really a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah,
No,
I know. That's why I'm
Lock, Stock, and small smoking barrels. 2 smoking barrels. Snatch. The Gentleman is basically on the same vibe as that. Matthew McConaughey. It's got a wicked cast. It's a really, really good movie. A really good movie. I didn't want to see it because I'm like that with Guy Ritchie's movies. He makes some great films and then he makes some bad movies. This was one of his good movies. And yeah, if they do a TV series, that would be pretty awesome. Just to expect a lot of, oi, son, I'll cut you. There'll be a lot of that in it. So it'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Is there anything else you want to say about the TV series, Seth, or are you moving on?
I have nothing. I haven't seen The Gentleman, but I know, I just put it on here. I know people are excited for it. So,
cool. Where's that? I don't know if you said, where's that going to be? Is that?
I believe Netflix.
Netflix.
I think it's going to Netflix.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
There's only one more drive-by topic left, and that is we got our first look at Tom Hanks in the live-action Pinocchio remake, which I didn't even know filmed.
Yeah,
I knew this was happening, but I had no idea that this filmed yet. Now, I'm not a huge fan of these remakes. I have one reason I'm actually excited for this. It's being directed by Robert Zemeckis, I believe is how you pronounce his name.
Yeah,
he did Back to the Future and Forrest Gump. And he's done some other movies too.
Pretty credible stuff there. So
yeah.
I mean, Back to the Future, the franchise that nobody will touch. Well, they're not even legally allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
And of course, Forrest Gump being one of the greatest movies of all time.
With Tom Hanks, I'm glad they got Tom Hanks for this role. It was heavily rumored before Tom Hanks was cast that Robert Downey Jr. was going to get this role, and I'm glad it did end up going to Tom Hanks. I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. would have been fine, but I don't know. Tom Hanks just seems like a more fitting.
You say Robert Downey
actor.
Jr. and all I can imagine is that movie he did. What was that movie? That Doolittle. I feel like We're gonna
Yeah.
get Doolittle Robert Downey Jr. He's gonna do some like crazy accent. Okay, well, Tom Hanks looking old as fuck. There we go. Playing Geppetto. Pinocchio looking very accurate. They definitely went the Sonic route. Ramon seems to do what he does and hates everything.
No, it's a 27th one.
It's a
It's a 27th Pinocchio, and there was one in 2019. I don't want another one.
Okay, but this one's Disney. That's this
one's Disney. Yeah,
There are. I will give. I'll give Ramon some credit though. There are 3 Pinocchio movies coming out this year alone.
I mean,
so,
come
because
on.
Pinocchio is one of those properties that is it's like free range. Like anybody can make it, you know.
Public domain.
Public domain. You just can't, use like if they like I can make a Pinocchio movie and I don't owe any rights to anybody,
Yeah. Guillermo del
what you call-
Toro is doing a Pinocchio movie this year, though. I'm curious about that one.
That'll be good. And you had, to be honest with you, Alita's the same. Is it Alita? Battle Angel? That's the same thing. And I love that. It is. It's
Never
about
seen that movie. I know what it is.
kidding me? Oh, mate, it's basically Pinocchio with a girl. It's just a
It
geezer
looked
that-
nothing like Pinocchio.
It's the same thing. It's a dude that finds androids, puts them together. and
Pinocchio's not a robot.
listen, and makes the droid a real person.
Dad, I want you to look
become
up
a real-
pictures of Alita and tell me if you think that looks anything like a Pinocchio movie.
It is basic. That's basically it's the same story.
It's called Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, I got it.
Alita Battle Angel. It's the same story. It's about a dude that finds.
I know that. Alita Battle Angel is like a movie that people really want a sequel to.
It was a good film, but again, when you're watching it, you go, "Ah, this is Pinocchio."
Oh yeah, that's definitely Pinocchio. Yeah, that has Pinocchio written all over it right here. Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same story.
Pinocchio is also not a
She
fighter.
just wants to be a real boy. That's all.
Yeah, she's a little girl, a little female robot that wants to be a real human being, and an inventor changes her from a robot and makes her a real girl.
Yeah, I know. I see what you mean. That
it's the
definitely
same
is very
story.
Pinocchio vibe. You know who
It's
my favorite Pinocchio
it's a good
is.
film, but it's still the same tale.
You know who my favorite Pinocchio is, Seth?
The original.
I have no idea who your favorite Pinocchio is.
Steve Amell playing
Oh, okay, yeah.
playing Casey Jones in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. One day I'm gonna be a real detective. Fucking douche.
Hang on a second, you just said Pinocchio. There is, I've seen a trailer for it, isn't it? The one that was being ripped apart. I'm going to be a real boy. Yeah, there is. It's that dude who was in California Man. Not Brendan Fraser, that other guy. The American dude. You've seen California Man, Stevie. You've never seen California Man.
No,
with
all the
Brendan
words
Fraser.
you just said aren't registering.
You've never seen
my
California
head.
Man with Brendan Fraser. He's the caveman that comes alive.
Encino
At-
Man.
Oh,
It's called California Man in the UK.
because that's what it was called.
Encino Man.
Right, I don't even know what
Yes.
Encino Man means.
Encino is a name of a city in California, but you wouldn't know that. You would just know
No.
California. That's why it's called
Because he
California.
was a caveman, so yeah.
Well, he was founded in Encino, California. Anyway,
California Man. It's got that guy, and he's playing Pinocchio, the other dude that's in it. Paulie Shaw, that's it. Paulie Shaw's playing Pinocchio as well.
that's a good role for him.
I know that must be when Seth said there's 2 or 3 more coming out. Yeah,
Okay.
Paulie Shaw's in one of the other ones, and it's been ripped apart because I watched the trailer and it's just so bad.
There's a trailer for it.
Yeah. I think it's animated and he's doing the voice.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting.
If I'm not
I'm glad
mistaken-
to hear Pauly Shore has work. for him.
Pinocchio, A True Story, 2022 movie.
Really? I'm gonna look
Yeah.
this up.
So there's 3 of them this year. That's without the one that's 2, and then the one you've said, 3 Pinocchios in 18 months. That sounds like such fun.
Pinocchio, A True Story. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So you're like,
that's a
and we had
thing.
one in 2019. So over 5 years, you can have about 6 movies. Great.
And then Guillermo del Toro is probably going to do just a dark version of it.
Yeah.
There's already a
That
trailer for that too, I think.
That'll probably be
Um,
the one that'll be good. That'll be like the
that one is stop motion though. That's the weird part about that. That's like a
Ah.
stop motion movie. I'm pretty sure Ewan McGregor is playing Jiminy Cricket in that movie.
Oh, nice. Who's playing Jiminy Cricket in the Disney one?
I think it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is that who it really?
I think that's who's doing this.
Interesting. All right. Well, fair enough. All right. That was drive-by news. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate the breakdown of all those things. We have one more topic of discussion I do want to bring up. It's this is interesting. When I say the name Jussie Smollett, what does that mean to you guys?
Juicy.
It's not Juicy. It's Jussie.
I thought his name was Juicy Smollett. No.
Huh.
Oh, you've not heard that joke, no?
Nope.
Oh, Juicy Smollett. That's off of Dave Chappelle's show. He absolutely tore him apart last year.
Oh, okay.
And he calls him
I've
Juicy. Yeah, he
never
calls him
saw it.
Juicy.
Okay.
Juicy Smollett. Yeah, that's what he calls him.
Gotcha. I knew
he's
I
a-
was missing something here.
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
All right. So Jussie Smollett, what does that name mean to you, Seth?
It's a name that I've heard around in the news a couple of times that I know definitely has some drama surrounding it.
Yeah, definitely. Ramon, you privy to Jussie Smollett?
Yeah, of course I am, man. He was an Alien Covenant as well.
All right. So Jussie Smollett is a dude
Douche.
who yeah, pretty much. Seth, can you block that person? So Jussie Smollett is somebody who was attacked at like 2 a.m, walking in the dead of winter, just walking the streets. He was on the phone with a friend, and he gets attacked, and he gets, I think, allegedly beaten. They tied a noose around his neck, and it was pretty much a hate crime.
Yes.
Well, it has come out that he set this up himself. He set up his own hate crime for whatever reason he needed to set it up for. And he actually ended up going to court for that. And his sentencing was just a couple days ago, and he was found guilty for making up all these allegations of hate crime. And he is sticking to his guns that he did not make up this story. Everything's 100% true, even though all accounts, like the people who mugged him, have come out and said, yeah, no, he paid us. He actually wrote a check. Here's the check with his name and his number. Like he has a paper trail proving that he set this whole thing up. So he did I'm going to exit out of this and bring up one with volume. So he got sentenced, and the judge was very harsh on him. I'm not going to play what the judge said, but
No, he weren't.
pretty much the judge. Well, I meant like with his words. I don't mean his sentencing. I mean his words, like saying, "Hey, there's nothing I can do that is going to ruin your life more than what you've already ruined it yourself." It's basically what that's what the judge told him. It's like you went from being a respected actor making great money. Now nobody's going to hire you. You are now known as a liar. You are a felon. Like, you've destroyed your entire life for no reason other than to emulate this hate crime. And him being a black gay person, like it just completely is thrown in the face of the LGBTQ community, the black community. He is spat in the face of his own people.
Yep.
By creating this falsehood. Here, let me get my screen share up here. Share with system audio, entire screen. There we go. All right. But he did have an outburst.
It was so funny.
Yeah, he had an outburst when he got sentenced, and that outburst is kind of comical. Because it's depressing to see how much he actually is trying to just hide that he's telling the truth when we all know differently. Seth, can you get rid of that banner for me, please? I'm sorry, I'm trying to do 5 different things at once here. Let me see if I can find it. Where's that video? Here it is. All right, let me and Seth, can you also cut the music, please? Thank you.
I don't know how to do that.
Brand all the way down.
Okay. Wait.
No, I got it.
There we go. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right.
I almost got rid of the background on accident. All right, we're good.
Do you have any questions?
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Yep.
No, I would just like to say, Your Honor, that
Oh, that's good.
I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say. Okay. I
Here
am
it
not
comes.
suicidal. Okay. I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay.
And the Oscar goes to.
Are there any post-sentencing motions?
Not Jesse. Wow. Okay. So, well, if there's anything to be taken away here, it's the fact that he is not suicidal, self-proclaimed. Now, why is he screaming that? Why is he screaming, I am not suicidal? I am not suicidal. What are your thoughts, Ramon, on that?
Look, the whole thing, I haven't made a video because it's hard for me to not go on a me moment. I think anyone in life that goes out and makes fake false claims of assault, sexual assault, rape, racial discrimination, kind of, this sort of thing, they should be given the full term sentence of punishment, because whoever this could have ended up, the same as sexual assault cases where someone could have got done and an innocent man or woman could have gone to jail for a very, very long time.
Yep.
Now, he got, what did he get? 15 months or 18 months, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 100 some odd days. Yeah.
Which to me is nothing. He got a light sentence and he'll be a good boy.
And he's going to be released early.
He'll be a good boy. He'll be out before Christmas.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, not just that, but the world, he's obviously got some sort of celebrity status, so something's going to happen. Oh, our prisons are overrun. We COVID, blah 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 blah. They're going to release him early. 100%.
Yeah. So I think it's a disgrace that he only got. I'm glad that he's got a jail time. I didn't even think they'd give him that. At least they had the guts to actually go through with it and do that. But he should be treated as any normal person. If you go out there and make false claims of something like that, that could have been detrimental to someone's life. If someone was found guilty of something, like if it was me, for example, I was the person that done it, I would have got 10 years or something. So I don't see why the person lying about it don't get the same. That's just how I feel about it. The whole thing with him saying, I'm not this, I'm not that, I really don't know whether it's because he fears for his life and he's scared, or if he's in fact in a bad shape of mind to do something like that. He can't all be there to have done this in the first place. He can't be.
He's trying to paint a picture that something's going to happen to him in prison. Like somebody gives a shit about him enough to pretty much who's that child molester who died in prison?
Oh, yeah, I know you mean.
The one, his name should be on the forefront of my mind, but I can't seem to think of his name right now. Epstein. He thinks he's going to get Epstein. That they're going to make it look like a suicide in jail and murder him. Like this guy, it's a very narcissistic way of acting. He thinks he's that important and that nobody gives a shit. I forgot this guy even existed. I forgot this case was a thing.
I think it's I genuinely, I think it's disgraceful, because when it first happened, like most people that heard about it, I was like, damn, this is messed up. Like, this guy's gone out just to get a drink and he's been. So it's why is this famous person going to lie? When I found out that it was fake, man, I don't have time for that. Because look at what's going on in the world now. We're talking about the wars, Ukraine and stuff. There's enough effed up stuff going in the world without this kind of crap. And I just think, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but
well, no, you're not being too harsh. Think of the reason why he did it. The reason why he's sticking to his guns is because, well, it's disgraceful. Like he's trying to save face here. Yeah. He's going to stick to his guns to the end. I think halfway through, he should have just been like, okay, you know what? I'm busted. I messed up.
I'd have had more respect for him. I'd had more respect for him.
He's like, listen, I tried to pull one over you guys. Things weren't. My contract was, not going the way I wanted it to for the show. The TV show he was in. What's the show called?
I think Empire.
Yeah, Empire. The contract wasn't going well, so I tried to create this narrative so to gain sympathy.
Oh,
If he would have just came out and just said these things, okay, you know what? Take your sentence. Now you can move on. But
Yeah.
him sticking to his guns like this, I am not suicidal.
Not when they've.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. Nobody asked you, fuckhead. Like
Yeah, especially-
nobody questioned it. We don't care if you're suicidal.
Like you said, they've probably got video footage or something as well. Like I know there was the checking it, but there was video footage outside the place.
Yeah.
So you've got the guys who are saying, "Yeah, you paid us to do it. Here's the check to prove that he paid us to do it."
Yep.
And there's video of us giving us the check. Like
Right. Well, in the whole scenario, the way it was set up,
bizarre.
I mean, it was like negative 20 degrees outside. He's just walking in the middle of winter in the dead of night at 2 a.m. Happens to be on his phone with a friend, somebody who a witness, if you will. And not just that, but the noose was still around his neck when the police showed up
That's
and the
what
guys
makes
were
me-
gone. And the police were like, "Hey, you can take that off now."
Do
He's
you know
like,
what?
"Oh, okay."
That's another thing as well.
Show. It's for show.
Look, I'm obviously a milky guy. I'm a white dude, and I've got no place in saying about the whole thing. No, I am. I'm milky. Look, I've got milky skin.
I just that term.
I'm just right, yeah, like so. I've got no place in understanding the history of what people have been through, ancestry and stuff like that with racism. The whole thing with the noose, we know what he's talking about. He's talking about people that did that sort of stuff. For you to go out and create a fake thing and use that, I think that's shameful, man.
It is shameful.
That's so shameful. Like,
As I
there's
said, sorry, my bad.
he's probably got family in his bloodline that have suffered at the hands of people that have done that sort of stuff. For him to go out and use that and mock that, like that's like me mocking, like I'm Jewish. It's like me mocking the things and mocking the Jews and trying to do something to financially gain sympathy from the Jews who suffered in Auschwitz. You don't do that. Like,
and he's trying to.
It's
He's
crazy,
trying
man.
his very best to show that he's not doing that. He's
Crazy.
like, I'm standing up for
LGBTQ
I'm
and
standing
my
up for my
communities.
communities. I'm standing up for my race. No, you're spitting in the face of them. You're taking
exactly.
these inequalities and you have completely and utterly just fabricated this story to play
Sad.
into that to gain sympathy for what? For money, for your contract with Empire, to gain sympathy. This is 100% disgraceful. He got a slap on the wrist, and of course he's not going to go out. Excuse me. He's not going to go out, classfully. No, he's got to make a huge scene. I'm not suicidal. If you find me dead, I didn't do it. Like nobody cares, man. If he shows up dead in a prison tomorrow at attempted suicide, people will just think that he just did it himself.
Yeah, I know.
On the
Because he's a
ground.
liar. Exactly.
Right, he will kill himself and make it look like somebody tried to make it look like he killed himself.
Yeah.
Just on principle alone. He'll probably write a note saying, "I didn't do this to myself." That's pretty much what he's gonna do.
I just find it bizarre. I mean, this sort of stuff. I think this again. It points out that this sort of crime happens probably all over the world. Not just with like race, but I mean, assaults, like I was saying earlier. And it scares me that there's, this guy got caught, and it just so happens that he's famous. It scares me that there's a lot of people that, I know the world's a messed up place, but there's a lot of people that do this and get away with it, and it just makes you think how many people are in jail. Not saying there's loads, but I'm saying, there's cases where people have got done for stuff and they're in jail, and I didn't do nothing, bro. I was sitting at home watching TV.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know, and this shows you that even someone in power on TV earning a fortune worth of money can still do crazy things like this. It's bizarre. It's just bizarre is the only thing I can think of. It's bizarre.
I wish we could see more sentencing like this from people who make false allegations.
I agree.
Specifically, people who false rape charges against other people.
I've seen it a lot over here where a lady, for example, has done things like that, made a false thing, and then it's literally come down to the court case, and she's broke down crying. It's because of this, and this, and that's why I done it. He broke up with me or something, so I made this thing and had to carry it through. And it's like, she gets £1,000 fine, and I'm like, what? Like, this dude would have got 15, 20 years. Like, I'm sorry. Like, maybe I'm too harsh, but when you're talking about destroying an innocent
15,
human
20
being,
years, I think, is a little too harsh.
no, but
like,
you know what I'm saying. But destroying another human being's life is no joke, and
think about it this way.
It's different. Like, someone nicked my car. Oh, I lied about it. Someone stole my car. All right, you get some sort of thing. But when you're talking about someone's life in jail, that's a big thing. Like, I don't know. I think it's crazy.
I think the more the worst result of this entire thing was now let's say this does happen to somebody, and the LBG I can't remember the initials, that community, or the black community.
Yep.
Now people are not always.
They're going to be like, yeah, exactly. A celebrity comes out. Boom.
Yeah, is this real or is this
exactly?
Or did they just pull a Smollett?
So, what happens if Zoe Saldana turns up on the news tomorrow and she's got all like blood down her face and I've been a potato, and people are going to go, did she?
Right.
Was she? And that's disgraceful, because it should be the case where we initially react like a decent human being and go, oh, Jesse was assaulted, Zoe was assaulted, it really happened. And you should believe that sort of stuff, because you shouldn't mess with things like that. But it just shows you there are people in the world that will do anything for that attention. It's crazy. It is crazy. And at least he got some sort of sentencing, and I'm sure he'll be. God, I couldn't imagine sharing a prison with this dude. He would just constantly he'll just wake up every morning, I'm not suicidal. No, I bet my neighbors are wondering what the fuck I'm screaming I'm not suicidal for. I'm just surprised. Just overall, I was going to do a video about this, but because it's such a touchy subject, I didn't do it. One thing I will just say is I'm so glad that he got a sentence, because I thought, being someone in power and someone in that position, I thought they would have just gone, you naughty boy, go away. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Well, they probably would have if he was more in power, because he's not in power. He was a
no.
You know what I
mean. No, but you know what I'm saying. People know.
He thought he was up here.
Yeah.
He's down here. You did a couple things. Shut up. You haven't even reached the $1 million mark in your bank account. So be quiet. You're not powerful. You're 100,000-aire. All right. With that being said, everybody, that was it for the drive-by or for the news. What did you guys think about this new setup? Doing like just a main topic sort of thing and having Seth do some drive-by. I
loved it more, but
yeah, I like it. Gave us time to focus on the main things, and really dive deep into those, and then kind of brush on the sub subjects. I like that. I think we're going to continue doing that. With that being said, we will be here next week for drive-by news. Seth will hopefully he'll be joining us. Ramon from Hit or Miss TV. You can find his link, the link to his channel, on our YouTube description. It's in the description below. Just click on there, subscribe.
Normally you go, oh, is there anything else? There's something I need to say to you, because you didn't mention it, and I thought you would mention it. Elvira, whatever.
Oh, God damn it! I have it right here. I know
Seth wants to know all about this
news segment, and I forgot. To do it.
Seth wants to know all about this, didn't you?
Sure.
Seth, breaking news: the Munsters film rating and cast edition. Elvira, Seth, I know how much of an Elvira fan you are. She has now joined the cast for the Munsters, which is also rated hard R for violence and sexual content.
Is that serious or not?
No, it's PG.
Oh, you mother. I thought you were just about to make that sound such a good movie then.
No, I like the fact that it's PG. That's what the Munsters are about. That's what it's showing Rob Zombie is trying to break away from his norm and expand his directorial experience.
Good.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm glad. I hopefully it works. Let's see if he can pull it off. Who would have known Rob Zombie doing a PG movie about the Munsters?
I'm glad she's in it though. I like her. She's just
cool. You know what? Elvira being put into this cast makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I would rather see Vampira, but she's dead. Yeah. So that that's not gonna work. But Elvira being put into the cast, it makes sense. It seems to work with what they're doing with this movie. I'm excited for the Munsters. I don't know about y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
okay, I didn't know.
No, I
I did-
am. I know it's shocking.
I didn't
Shocking
know.
news. I'm excited for the Munsters. Number one, I love Rob Zombie. Number two, I love the Munsters. And I've always said,
Oh,
they
and
need
it's
a movie.
those two meeting in the middle. Got
right.
It, yeah.
It's an odd thing. It's a
really
weird.
good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Give an idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Facebook user?
What's up? Oh,
A little late, but what's up?
Hey, don't hassle them.
I know. I'm messing with them.
Don't have. They are late,
so
but they
what
they
Seth
know
is like.
that.
It's because he needs a drink. Needs a bit of vodka or something.
So, Facebook user, just so you know, there is a link at the bottom of the description of the Facebook video. It says just click that link and we'll be able to see your name. Oh, it's Durbin.
What's up?
What's up?
It's the derb.
Oh,
Derb.
Durbin, look at him. You know what? With his time change, because Durbin, if anybody doesn't know, just moved to Texas, so he can do his thing with the Chosen that he works for. Woo! How do you feel now, Seth? You hassled Durbin. You son
My
of a
apologies.
bitch.
I apologize, Durbin.
Nobody puts Durbin in the corner.
Nobody puts Durbin in the corner. Durbin, buddy, I hope the move is going good. I saw your backyard. Get used to that brown grass. That's what Texas is. Nothing but brown. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, see, there you go, Seth. But with this change, maybe we can. I don't know. I'm not going to say for sure, but maybe we can get some Durbin on some drive-by news on some Sundays, huh?
That would
Durbin.
be good. That would be good.
All right. With that being said, we are actually done for the day. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Seth, can you get rid of that comment? Thank you.
Yep.
Durbin, thank you for chiming in, and Ramon, thank you. Oh,
Okay.
oh wait, now there's a new comment. Oh, I would love that. All right, mystery Facebook user calling himself Durbin.
The mysterious Durbin.
All
That'd
right,
be
well,
great.
maybe Durbin can do some Chosen updates for us next week. We'll see. We'll talk to Durbin. We'll see what's going on. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back here next Sunday, and very soon we'll be having some other days that we'll be doing drive-by news that will be announced very soon. But until then, see you guys next week and stay trigger happy, my friends.
Bye, people. Peace.